We've got the limit of tan 2 theta as theta approaches 3 pi halves. Now we do the direct substitution, plugging 3 pi halves directly in for theta. Simplifying this down, and we're left with tan of 3 pi. I'm going to convert this into sines and cosines because I feel like it's just a whole lot easier looking at it that way. So the sine of 3 pi is 0, and the cosine of 3 pi is negative 1. And 0 over negative 1 is 0. And that's what we claimed that our limit was equal to. Okay, we've got the limit of 2 tan squared x over x as x approaches 0, claiming that this limit is equal to 0. Now what I'm going to do here is do the direct substitution, plugging 0 directly in for x. But as you can see here, we went ahead and converted tan into sines and cosines. So remember that the tan x, in this case tan squared x, is equal to sine squared of 0 over cosine squared 0. Now sine squared 0 is 0, and cosine squared 0 is 1, but 0 over 1 is 0. So that's the reason we have a 0 here. And of course we carry the 2 over, so 2 times 0 is 0, and the denominator stays at 0, but we end up with this 0 over 0. So that means that we need to try to do something with this, some kind of transformation, simplifying, and seeing what we can boil this down to. So I get that tan squared x, and I rewrite that as sine squared x over cosine squared x. And if you can see here, I've taken this cosine squared x and just kind of dropped it down into the denominator. And now what I've done is I've broken this up. We have a 2 sine squared x. Since there's 2 of them, we can write a sine squared x and then another sine squared x. So now by the properties of limits, I'm going to break this up into 2 separate limits. So we have the limit of sine x over x. That's this sine x over x here. And I went ahead and took the 2 and just brought it out front and got it out of the way. Times, and then we have the sine x over cosine squared x. And we're going to take the limit of that as x approaches 0. So remember here that the limit of sine x over x as x approaches 0 is 1. And that the sine of 0 over cosine squared 0, sine of 0 is 0, and cosine squared 0 is 1. But multiplying these all together, you end up with 0.